Yo, what is up you guys? It's your boy Avexys, and I've been wanting to make this video for a minute, alright? Here you are. I got 5 or 6 easy tips for you guys to improve your movement kind of instantly. Now if you take these away and you go right into a quick match or a ranked match and you put these to use, I promise you, you will see results as quick as that. Alright? So make sure you guys list all these tips and take them away as best as you can and use them as much as you can. And that's basically it. Hope you guys enjoy. The first tip I want to give you guys to improve your movement is using long bounces, okay? Most of you guys that are wall bouncing are mainly canceling each bounce, and with this new beta tuning, that's not as much as a viable option anymore because that's a bounce acceleration. You start very, very slow. So when you're trying to twitch bounce left and right, it looks extremely slow. It's like you're basically just walking at that point. So you want to have long bounces now. These long bounces are very unpredictable because people usually expect you to cancel because everybody does cancel in the first place. And your bounce actually speeds up as you're bouncing, as you're sliding. The slide starts off slow and it speeds up as you let the slide like extend. So long bounces are going to be very, very effective in this beta tuning. And you guys can watch these examples of me using it. You can get some real like dangerous looking up A's off of playing off of long bounces, and you can bounce behind people. And get out of situations easier. And the other thing is, long bounces are a lot easier to control and stay composed with. So I definitely recommend you guys to use this, because this is actually like probably one of my favorite moves. Next up, this one is very often overlooked and people don't really think about this as much. But next tip I have for you guys to increase your movement, make it better, is to turn your screen sometimes when you're strafing to get the max acceleration in that direction. Alright, now what I mean by this is, when you're walking forward, that is the fastest way to walk in the game, okay? If you walk backwards, the back pedal is slower than the walking forward. Walking to the side is a little bit slower than walking forward. So, what you want to do is you want to turn your screen a little bit so you can have the same forward speed, but it's going to be in your strafe now. So it's going to look like your strafe is faster, and it's going to be a lot harder to hit because you're now giving them a side profile instead of seeing them head on. And then once you come out, like you walk a little bit, and then you just look again. You'll see in these clips. It looks amazing, and it's an easy way to strafe and get your strafe a lot better. Another thing with turning your screen when you strafe is you actually avoid possibly walking into your opponent. The thing is, when you're strafing left and right, you're most likely using your left stick and you're pushing it forward to get like that wiggle type of animation. And that often leads you into walking to somebody's shotgun. The only way for you to not walk into your opponent is by turning your screen away from them, because you're going to be using forward on your left stick, so you don't want to, just walk to their shotgun and get chunked, or just allow them to have a one shot down if you're already a little bit hurt, So definitely turn your screen when you're strafing every now and then, because you get some real cool animations out of it, and it really makes your opponent miss easier. The next tip is probably going to be the biggest one in here, but it's not that much of a tip. It's actually more of like a mental note. Your bounces have to be just as composed as you're shooting, okay? No matter what, do not start spamming. That's when you'll notice you're starting to misroll. You're grabbing walls at weird angles. You're sliding across people's screens and you're now dying. So make sure you stay as composed as you can with your bounces, because everything in this game is about timing now, alright? It's not as much about being in cover, advancing from one cover to the next one to take positioning, which is, yeah, it still has that, but in these type of like gunfights, these fast engagements, you have to be very composed with your bouncing and your shots so you can be as accurate as possible and choose the best moves possible. So you definitely want to stay as composed as possible, and time your bounces, time your shots together. Now this next tip is probably my favorite tip because I use this so much to get a lot of easy one-shot chunks on my opponents, because they usually waste their first shots when I start like bouncing around the 2-shot down range when I'm in front of them. So this next tip is to roadie run, roadie run out of your bounces to close distance quicker. Alright, now you'll see a lot of your favorite bouncers, people that use a lot of movement in their gameplay, like Powers, Enzum, even Icy. Icy does it a lot too. They will like bounce left and right, or they'll bounce to one angle, like if they're like close to their opponent, and then they use their roadie runs to close the distance, and it's an easy chunk. And I'll show you me using it right here. Also, when you're roadie running, it's not only to close distance, but you can use directions a lot easier when you're roadie running and really throw people off and make them waste a shot based off of canceling your early run and like bouncing back to the wall. You'll see it in these examples right here. I'll slow it down as well so you can see it cleaner. Alright, now for these last few little tips, I'm going to bunch them in together a bit because they're all pretty small, but they make a huge difference, okay? So the last few tips, I'm going to start by saying that you do not want to slide across people's screens, especially from left to right into where their shotgun is, because the game just rewards it rewards players with chunks all day. And it will look like you're behind them on your screen, or that their shotgun is not even looking at you, and it will give them the chunk. So you guys gotta understand that that's just how this game is. That's how it's played. So unless they're in between shots, you don't want to slide across their screen or into them. Next tip is probably gonna be where you are actually gonna improve the most, and that is by practicing against other good players and understanding why their movement pattern and positioning is better than yours. Now you can get some very good practice in ELO 8s. This is Discord channel where a lot of people that play are trying very hard to communicate with each other as well. So you can get you some very good reps in if you want to get better at the game, and you'll learn the game at a much faster pace because you're seeing stuff that you haven't seen before and you're applying it to yourself. And the last little bonus tip I have for you guys is to use the kill cam. Now, use the kill cam until the point where the game starts to become buggy, because I know like sometimes on Asylum the train will start glitching, or on certain maps like bodies will be like floating or something, or somebody will be like down and just breathing. There's all types of little bugs the game still has when you have kill cams on. But the thing about kill cams is that it is very, very good for seeing your own movement, because then you can understand what you did wrong. Now, do not take kill cams serious at all, because they are the fakest thing ever. I'm not kidding. The kill cams are not client side at all, so that means it does not show like a accurate depiction of what your opponent actually saw on his screen, and where you were or what you saw. So don't go off of the kill cam for like how you died. Just go off of more so how you moved in that situation, and just make that better, you know. Alright, so that makes it to the end of this video, you guys. I appreciate all of you for watching this. If you made it to the end, you are actually the GOAT. And I appreciate the love and support that you guys have all been showing me lately. My channel is still growing, you feel me? Yours is not dead. I don't want to hear it. So I will see you guys in the next one. Subscribe, like, comment, and peace out, you guys. Much love. One more little extra thing. If you guys are interested in buying the Ice Kate skin, you can DM me on Twitter. I have a few of them left, and I'll be willing to sell them. And I have also a few that I have in a giveaway, and I'll link that in the description as well, so you guys can join this giveaway. It'll be ending in a week. Peace out.